Ragazzi, ci vedete? Ci sentite? Ci siamo? Qualcuno che scrive? Ci vedete o no? Ci sentite o no? Ok, ciao Rox, si sente bene. Baby, can you speak so we hear you?
Hi.
La vedete lei? La vedete Adira? Ditemi se la vedete. Sì, ok, perfect. They see you, they see you, they see you, and they can hear you.
Oh, perfect.
So you have to
Perfect.
know that I introduce yourself, Adira. I introduce yourself for tonight. That it's going to be really fun. Okay, I start to read what they say. Bellissima, bellissima. You are fantastic. Bellissimissima,
Oh.
stupenda. Adira lo tira. Adira, quanto. Ok, so. uh, Ragazzi, dovete sapere che io ho conosciuto tante. I need to do a small introduction about you, ok? You let me do it in Italian.
Okay.
Ho conosciuto tante pornostar in tantissimi anni, ma devo dirvi che tante sono professional, tante sono belle, tante sono porche, tante sono simpatiche, tante gli piace il cazzo, tante. Questa ce le ha tutte. Questa è simpatica, bella, troia, c'ha tutto quello che serve per farvi passare una giornata sul set fantastica. È sempre sorridente, anche quando fate sesso con lei, magari la penetrazione non era per dire tanto piacevole, sorride, non si incazza mai, è pazzesca, pazzesca. So I told them that you are fantastic because I met so many girls, so many porn stars during my long career, sometimes very pretty, sometimes very nice, sometimes very sympathetic, sometimes very professional, sometimes very nasty, sometimes, but all at once it's rare, and you are one of those girls. You have all this in one body because you're always smiling, always fun. You love the dick, you love the pussy, you love the situation. You always, it seems you enjoy your life. What's your secret?
I finally found my right job. I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing, and I think that's the secret is I actually love what I do. And so I wake up every day and go to work happy and excited, and I make good money for enjoying myself. And I'm very lucky and blessed. I've worked jobs where you work 70 hours a week and you make what I make in a day in porn. So it's a big upgrade for me and just a real blessing. Um,
But but
we're lucky to
but
do what we do.
this is fantastic. And another girl told me something like this, like Jane Wilde told me something similar. But you that's not enough, baby, because it's not only about the 70 hours because you always smile, you always have fun. You must do love sex too.
Who doesn't love
No, there is
sex?
people who does porn that
Like,
doesn't love sex. Believe in me, there is
that's
people.
true. No, I've worked with some of these people
Yeah,
myself. So I definitely see it, and I see it when I watch other people's scenes sometimes. And when I was in Europe, I saw it I think more frequently than I do here in America,
yeah,
honestly.
sure.
Um yeah. Yeah. But I can't understand how anyone feels that way, to be honest. It's hard for me to comprehend. Like, why don't you enjoy sex? It's
It's
amazing.
crazy, right?
Makes you feel so good. It's
Yeah.
a natural high.
And I saw the way your confidence on sex is incredible. I mean, I can see. I wanted to ask you a few things. When did you start, first of all?
Sex or porn?
Both. When did you start sex the first time?
I lost my virginity when I was 14. Um, and I was a freshman in high school. So,
Aha.
and I started porn when I was 23, almost 24, like the month before I turned 24. So it was a little bit over a year ago. It was last February. So that's what, like 14, 15 months almost.
But do you are this kind of girls on high school do blowjob on the bathroom of the boys? You are the kind of girl, please
I
tell me
was
yes.
I was a big slut. Um, my last name has an O in it, and people would always like rhyme it with hoe.
Aha.
I was often labeled as the school slut, and I slept around with a lot of guys, and I used to keep a list in my diary. Every guy I would have sex with, I'd go journal about it and write it down, and eventually I just lost track and
So
stopped writing them
you are
down.
exactly like the man, like every man. The men at that age, they love to put X. You know, X, I factor, I factor. When you fuck the pussy and the ass, you put 2X, pussy and ass. So, but if she was fantastic, pussy, ass, and fantastic, triple X. So you see, I see. So when did you start thinking about to go into porn?
Well, to be honest with you, I did a little bit of escorting before porn.
Okay.
And when I was doing that, I just realized how good I was at a performance.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do more. I was like, this is good, but I want more. I want the part, like the real money. I want the fame. I've always felt like I meant to be doing something special. And so that's what kind of pushed me into it. But I was thinking about porn for about a year before. I talked to my parents and my brother. I have two brothers, and I talked to both of them and just prepared them like, your sister's going to start doing porn. Like, you need to be aware that your friends are probably going to send you screenshots to mess with you and tease you. You know, my mom needs to know. I'd always want to be communicative with her and let her know what I'm doing and that I'm safe. And so I think that, yeah, it took me about a year to actually make the move and start my way towards
that's
porn.
Very nice. How old they are your brothers?
One of my brothers is 21, and the other one is about to be 18. So they're almost both adults.
So both younger than you, I guess.
Yes, I am the oldest.
Do you think they watch some of your scenes?
Oh my God. No, but I know they both watch porn, and they both know my name to avoid my scenes.
Why? Do you think they will be embarrassed?
No, they honestly both think that it's pretty cool because I get to work with girls that they have crushes on. So they're both like, yeah, maybe one day we can meet these girls.
No, maybe one day you have the two brother Allure coming, join to the business. You bring them to me in Budapest.
Maybe. You never know.
You never
Both
know.
of my brothers are attractive, so they definitely could
do you know,
play the part.
Do you know for sure? Do you know for sure Amberlynn? She's a huge porn star from the 80s. I was working with her in the US when I was in America, early 90s. And her brother, real brother, Buck Adams. So they changed the stage names so they don't relate. Amberlynn, Buck Adams, they are brother and sister. And they work many times on the same set.
Oh my God, wow.
Yeah, but not...
That's crazy. I can't imagine being on the same set as one of my brothers.
Can I tell you something? It's just question of get used to. Believe me, because it's all about get used to, because at one point you know very well when you start porn you have a vision. Once you go into porn you have a different vision. Everything becomes normal, and what the people see from outside probably it's like not normal, but for us it's all normal. Especially
I know me a year ago compared to me now. So different.
That's what I noticed. That's what was my next question. I see you with a lot of self-confidence. Where this come from? Do you think porn bring you so much confidence?
I think it was just sex work in general. As I mentioned, my previous job, that brought me a lot of confidence. And then, yes, porn definitely forced me. I think it's an industry where it's either make or break you. You know, like if you're not strong enough already, it can really tear you apart. There's lots of times where you're feeling insecure, where you'll have agents tell you to your face that you're fat, that you'll have fans comment really mean things, and you have to be strong. And so for me, at first, I remember getting the negative feedback, and I was a little bit fatter when I first started porn too. And I was like, wow, this is hard. And at first it made me really upset, but then I got over it. And it definitely made me much more confident. And then I started doing anal. And as you know,
I
once you
know.
start doing anal, yeah, things change. You're forced to become more confident and comfortable, or you're forced to stop because you can't just continue on with anal sex professionally without being confident.
No, please, you don't. You never, never. I mean, you reach the top confident thing. I tell you. You remember when we met? I told you right away that you are special, and that's what I see. A very special girl. So keep yourself like this. Don't look behind. Don't give a shit too much about social media. You know that social media create problems in some of the girls in the past, and create huge
Yeah.
problem because some of the girls choose the wrong way to fight towards blah blah from social media. Social media should to be not take too serious, only to make money, like you said,
Yeah.
and to have fun. But the best way, this is my opinion after so long, the best way is yours, is to really enjoy, really having fun. Be nice, be kind, and have fun. And you know what? Any kind of bad vision becomes beautiful. Or you can fight with somebody like you or tell bad thing to somebody like you. It's impossible. You are always nice, and you do this. You do this with big heart, big enjoyment, big passion. Come on, we met for a very short time, but I get really it from you in the very very positive way, and you are there for to do backstage more. So I imagine if you would be the actress with me,
Oh, we would have had
we,
so
we would
much
have a
fun.
fire. That's the really.
It's gonna happen someday.
I hope so. If you come back to Europe, I will love.
I really am. Like this summer, I plan to, once this whole Corona thing is over, I just have to work for about a month to 2 months maybe and save up some money. You know, I've been going through my savings during this time, unfortunately. And so I have to replenish, and then I want to come for like 3 weeks to
You know,
Europe.
Joe Stagliano loves you. I notice he already told me. Those. I told actually I even told him those are the girls you have to use for the big movie, not some which they pretend they want to do it, but then they don't want to do it. I mean, you were there when I shot that scene. Anyway, just because you mentioned, that's very interesting and very honest. There is any connection between the work you were doing before to the work we do now? You do now. Okay, it's both with sex, but the involvement, it's more with escorting, or more on porn when you do sex, or
Um,
doesn't have any connection between these two works.
it's they're different, right?
I mean, you
Like the
in escorting you can choose or you cannot choose. That's also.
um well, I did it for a point where I didn't choose because I had people booking for me. And so it was kind of a surprise,
Mhm.
right? Like you don't really know all the time. You just, someone else makes the appointments and then you go. It's not like a shoot where you have a call sheet and you know the night before who you're sleeping with, and you can look them up and Google them and watch their porn and just know more about them. So the escorting world definitely had more of a surprise factor. Um, but me, I've never been judgmental. I can connect with anyone. I don't need to be attracted to someone to connect with them, physically at
So
least.
somehow it could also be more exciting because you don't know.
For me, it kind of
Yeah.
was. I enjoy it. I really like making people feel good. That's one of my purposes
I
in
think
life.
you made so many people feeling good because I tell you something happening to me to call escort many times when you are alone, when you are boring, far away from situations. And I tell you,
Yeah.
most of the time I get the wrong girl, baby, the wrong girl, because
And you.
they come with fucking watch like how many minutes, and then they start to complain right away how long, or fuck you have big dick, or blah 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 blah. So I'm telling you, I wish I would have you when I was thinking about this. Anyway, I really love also the way you behave, like so honest. You know why I say this? Because we have a lot of, unfortunately, sometimes the girls get less work. You know this, get less work. So sometimes they move in escorting, but
Yeah.
they feel like they don't like to talk about this. And for you to talk so naturally, it's so beautiful. I'm telling you, because that shows your personality. Completely honest. I love.
Yeah, I just why try to lie about it?
Oh,
And for me, I see no shame in it. And the only reason why I don't do it anymore, to be honest, is because I got in trouble. And I don't need to do it anymore. I make enough money from porn.
yeah.
And so for me, I made the decision for my life to not continue with that. But I don't see anything wrong with it.
No,
I personally
absolutely.
believe it should be legal and anyone should be able to do it if they want to, you know?
Everybody sell his body the way they like. We sell through
Yeah,
camera. We
exactly.
sell through camera. You can sell alone. I mean, I tell you something. There is a lot of proposal to me also as private, but
Yeah.
mostly comes from men. That's my problem. That's my big problem.
Yeah.
I get offer 100,000 to have sex with a guy from Lebanon, like from Arabic man, and he tell me I'm businessman, I'm sheikh businessman, I'm married, but I have children, but my fantasy is you. Fuck. I say I understand everything, but it's very complicated. And then I told him, I'm not lying. I told him, okay, 100,000 is really good money for one time, but would you? I say to him, would you bring girls on the fucking room, like girls to turn me on, so you
Yeah.
watch me fucking them? No, girl, only me and you. I say, baby, it's too difficult, very difficult, complicated, very complicated. So let's go to the
Yes.
fans questions.
Yes. Fan
Okay, the first
questions.
question is always the same one. There is many people already wrote this question. It's your best position to start
For porn or
for life,
sex? My
sex.
favorite
Let's say,
position?
what's the position makes you come right away?
Um, you know, these days it's really, I like being on my back and staring into the eyes of the person and being dominated by them. Or I like to be in doggy and have really rough sex, like pulling my hair, slapping my ass, like really intense, pulling yourself into my body. Either of the two, like completely disconnected almost with doggy or like intense connection.
Okay, we need to get more deeply in this situation, guys, because she talks about exactly the sex I love. So, okay, since you are so good on explaining this, so good. When rough sex turned on you? When did you understood rough sex? When?
I kind of always dabbled in rough sex. Um, but I would definitely say it wasn't until porn, honestly, where I've really expanded myself. And there's like different things. When I first started porn, I was not into choking. I didn't trust men to put their hands on my neck. Now it's something that I actually ask people to do when I'm having sex. I'm like, put your hand on my neck. um, and there just, but I've always liked being slapped around a little bit, and that's even, I think, as a teenager when I was having sex in high school, I think I would ask guys to smack my ass.
But you think that came because you watch porn or naturally?
I think naturally.
Naturally, yeah.
There's a monster inside of me that comes out during sex where I like, naturally I'm loud and full of expression, right? But during sex, like, it goes to a million levels higher, and I'm like, smack my ass.
It's going nuts,
I
huh?
don't know. Yeah, I go nuts.
No, but I understand this. But because so many people would love to understand mostly how do you reach the level of understanding your body. that could be the next move. I more or less from so many years practicing, so I know who to, what's the right moment, what is the right pressure on the neck, on the pulling, on the slapping. There is a lot of things that you need to understand. You have to understand the girl who's in front of you. But for like girls, sometimes they are intimidated to ask this. What's your advice?
Yeah.
Your advice for a girl who wants to try these kind of things? How to approach?
If you've never tried it before, I would probably say like communication is so important in every relationship and every circumstance, right? So if you're with someone that you trust, I would maybe even before the sex be like, hey, these are the things I want to try. I don't know what my limit is yet. I might ask you to slap me and then ask you to stop. Don't take it personally. That's something that I've had happen many times is I've been doing something and then the other person crossed what I didn't know what my boundary was. And I had to ask them to stop. Like, hey, that's my limit, which is okay. You don't have to feel like because you're wanting to get rough, you have to push yourself to a certain place. You should always be trying this with someone you trust first. Because if you go into it with someone you don't really know, it might give you an experience that makes you never want to try it again compared to like doing it with a serious partner or just like a good friend or whoever, someone you've known for a while where they understand you, they know more of your physical signs that show you're maybe under stress, they can read your body better. Because not everyone like you has the gift of knowing, many guys just aren't in tune with the female like we hope that they are.
Yeah, it's so important what you said. So precise and so important because many guys, as you said, they look, but they don't understand that there is connection. It's not about the slap. It's not about pulling. It's not about choking. It's about looking into the eyes, getting approval from the girl, and she tells you what is and how to do it without speaking. But, some of the people misunderstand and they do some damage. So one thing very important you said, girls, never say I have no limits. Never. Even if your limits are very high, always put some limits because you can push the mind of a person who doesn't have control. That's what I call from the other side, control, very important word for the man who doesn't have enough control to go crazy, go too far, and then it's not good. Especially if you are not in front of the camera where there is a cameraman, people, light guy who can stop the scene. But if you are alone home, that can be very dangerous. Because, today it's a big fashion, and I think, what's the reason? Well, I want to ask you, what is the reason why every girls love rough sex? Why? I mean, I'm talking about private life, girls on casting. Do you think, do you have a reason? Do you have a reason why?
I've always wondered this. I've been curious, like how far back to date does rough sex go? Is this something that happened when we started making televised chaos a common thing, Is it something because we all grew up watching rough things on TV or, maybe just influence of the older people around us? We grew up thinking this way. I don't know. I try to imagine people 200 years ago having rough sex and were they having rough sex back then and choking each other? I'm not sure. And, as I've gotten older, everything in our generation with technology has drastically changed since I've been a child. And so I feel almost it has to do with kind of the media where we grow up seeing it and we're okay, this is what's normal is violence. And so I don't know. I really don't.
George Staliano always told me we were doing porn in America, more or less everybody similar. Until you show up in Los Angeles, he told me, because I was one of the one who started all this 28 years ago. And I was how you say, little bit criticized on the beginning to be too violent. But truthfully, I never say this to anybody, probably only on my book. I was initiated myself from a girl. I was 22. She was 19, and she was English. We had sex every day, twice days, 3 times. She come all the time, all the time, all the time. But was big attraction, big attraction. At one point, she had a hard time to come. She was like getting more and more tight. Her neck was become so stiff, the veins and stuff. So I can see she had a hard time to come. So one day she just slapped my face so hard on my eye. I slapped her back, and she came. From that day, I said, maybe today I understand something about girls. So I figure out that go in out doesn't do too much to the girl. In out, it's good, but it's not enough. You need to switch the games. You need to switch to break, mostly to break the how you call this, the routine. Okay, the routine.
Yes.
So you have to bring a new food, new scenario, new menu, and that becomes, and there where it becomes that the girl, she start to get more and more fantasy on things which can be more and more and more and more, and there where I start to see everybody's doing. So my question was always, did I understood it before, or I was making some kind of fashionable style in porn. Okay, I'm talking only about porn. But then I see everybody in private life do. So then it's not me. It's like you said, it's the society. You know what I mean? It's the society who I think became much more confident with the sex. This is my opinion. I was a little bit joking, a little bit real, but the truth on my way, and I'm talking to you about this because you are so clear about this aspect. On my way, my idea is finally that absolutely the girls and the boys today, especially the girls, they are much more aware about them sexuality. So they are not scared to explore themselves inside and to pull out and to give them body to somebody who knows how to explore and how to bring them orgasm higher and higher and higher.
Yes.
You don't think that something like this happening? Like there is things girls today they would never do 20, 30 years ago.
I think it's honestly because women are not as oppressed as they used to be. I think, even 50 years ago, women were not really welcomed and having a voice. And so now we live in a society where we do have a voice and things are very different. And we decided that we all want to use our voice and speak up. And I think a long time ago, it wasn't even about our pleasure. It was always about the man and procreation and raising the man's babies. And now it's like, I don't even want to have kids. I just want to have sex.
Now you want to squirt. You want to squirt on the face of the man and make them. How you deal with your squirt? Let me know.
What do you mean? How do I deal with my squirt?
You can squirt as much as you want, or you can squirt only in certain conditions.
It depends on how hydrated I am that day. Squirt has a lot to do with your body's hydration level. Mm-hmm. So typically there's definitely been times where, no joke, and I'm not exaggerating, I've probably squirted gallons.
That's what I mean.
Gallons. Yeah.
So you know to do this very well. So show us how do you squirt. A girl by herself. You can squirt by yourself?
You want me to show you?
No, please, because they will do it. They will love if you squirt live. I
probably could.
Secondo te, Lori, I just one second. Secondo te, se lei fa adesso senza farlo vedere, si può far vedere o no? No, my son said they will stop the old channel forever. Ah, fuck! I knew it. That would be fantastic. Anyway, tell us how you do for a girl who wants to squirt.
Just for squirting, you need pressure. Well, you don't need it, but that's what typically, especially for girls that don't know how to squirt, that's what typically causes their squirt for the first time, right? Is they have this fluid inside their body building up, and the pressure on the upper wall, like if you would say you went into the vagina, this is the vagina, and these are your two fingers, and you lifted them up on this top wall,
Mm-hmm.
that's where you hit and you come out and the squirt comes out too. So while I'm masturbating, I use a toy and fuck myself very hard and I pull out and just
And you squirt.
fountain of squirt.
Fountain.
Yeah.
And the boy and the all the boys should to do this in case you are with a boy. What is the right thing for the boy to do, or the wrong? What you shouldn't do?
Well, you know, I would say the wrong way is definitely to don't try to force it. Especially, I will say, okay, to be so honest with you, um, that same pressure that releases squirt could also make a girl's sphincter muscles relax and maybe feel like she has to poop.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes girls will realize what's happening in their head and they'll completely turn off. Like they'll be like, "Oh my god, I feel like I have to poop," and so like their body will turn off and they'll become like detached. So don't try to force something that's not happening naturally,
Mm-hmm.
right? Don't go in there trying to make her squirt. That might make her uncomfortable. But I would say definitely there's like a certain finger tactic, again, like practice like putting pressure on the upper wall, going in like this. Or I guess just I don't really know how to do it with a dick, right? I've never had a dick, but I would think that you probably just like fuck pretty hard and somehow like try to make your dick hit the top wall more, and then I don't know.
Top wall is the
You tell me.
Yeah,
You're the one that's a
wall,
pro at this.
Top wall,
Yeah.
top wall is clear because I so many times when I hit the top wall, that's where it goes. That's where it goes. That's where it goes. With certain how you say dynamics, it should to be pretty
Yeah.
much dynamics. But I think the girl, she should to want to squirt. She should to relax herself.
Yeah. Yeah, she has to be relaxed.
She needs
It
to
actually
want it.
took me a while to get comfortable with squirting because I wasn't relaxing. And again, like it would always make me feel like I had to poop and I got scared. And that was something that helped me grow in my confidence too, was like getting past that and allowing myself just to have that freedom of squirting. I was like, whoa, it
So
changes your confidence.
There is one guy, did Pericolo 15 says, if you cover up all your walls because you squirt too much.
You know, when I actually do my live shows for my OnlyFans, I have to put shower curtains down on my floor and on this couch that I'm sitting on so I don't get squirt everywhere and just make it, because it does get everywhere.
Yeah.
I have like 14 towels. I go through all my towels during a live show.
My God. Saurab Matre says, Adira, how are you coping up with boredom during the quarantine? I don't understand what that means.
Oh, how am I dealing with boredom during this quarantine? You know, I've been doing a few things. I've been getting really into content creation, which allows my creative side to come out. And it keeps me very busy managing my OnlyFans and chatting with my fans. I got a kiddie pool that I put in my backyard that I blew up. And I go outside and I sit in there and put water in it and I tan and cool off. Occasionally I go on a bike ride. I've been doing a lot of organizing of my house, as I'm sure everyone has. And yeah, I just like stay busy doing all these things. Nice. I don't even know. Some days I'm like, I wish I had more time in this day. This quarantine is going by too fast.
Alessandra Calori, she's a girl. She says, you are the funniest I ever heard in all the interview until now. So you see? I told you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nicola Montalbano say, Adira, what is your wild wish in sex?
My wild wish is to have 2 dicks in my ass.
That's not very difficult. That's not very difficult today, huh? You will probably do right away this.
I mean, I'm trying to wait out a little bit, right? But I have been practicing at home. And I recently put a dildo and a butt plug into my ass, so it's starting to get bigger.
Bigger and bigger. My big friend, the teenager, Ilaria, she's asking, how do you deal with rusty trombone?
What does that mean?
Okay, this is now the teaching part. You know what trombone means?
No.
Trombone is like when you play.
Oh, trombone.
Trombone,
Okay.
trombone.
Okay. I was like, is this an Italian
trombone,
term?
yeah, trombone. And rusty, it's like nasty. It's like when you get rust. Where do you find the rust on the body? That kind of test which can be rusty. Where? In which part? Aha.
What do you mean? I'm confused.
There is one part of the body that if it's a little bit testy, it's really testy. It's rusty. Your
ass?
Your ass. Brava.
Okay.
Brava.
I just never heard it referred to in this way.
I'm like, trombone means you lick the ass of the man and you jerk him off at the same time. That's our preferred position from the Rocco Siffredi team here and the fans of Italy. We always ask if you practice rusty trombone. You have to know that I'm supporting this position. I want all my fans to try this position because that's a very good position for the girls and for the men.
Yeah. I've given quite a few rim jobs in my life. I've probably at least licked about 20 guys' assholes, and I'm pretty sure during that I was also jerking them off.
20 guys' assholes, that's incredible. You made 20 rusty trombone in one time. That's incredible. Adira, but do you prefer more to rim the ass or to be smothered with the ass?
Honestly, I like a little bit of both. The times I've done...
Mostly rim or be smothered from a man ass?
Probably rim.
Rim. So you like to rim.
But you can also smother yourself while you're rimming. You can like go deep into the ass.
Yeah, by yourself. But if you are laid down on 69 position and the man goes straight up and the push his ass in your face during you jerk him off, and on the same time he masturbate you with the finger, this is the best. Don't you think?
You'll have to show me in person.
We will do it. So tell me more about these 20 guys rimming us. What fucking position was this? How many guys you did? You did gangbang?
No, I haven't done a gangbang. It wasn't at the same time. These were different times in my life. I'm just saying, like, over the last few years, there's at least been about 20 guys, maybe more.
You never did a gangbang?
Not yet.
Really?
Rocco, I only started doing anal in November. I lost my anal virginity in September of 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, I was an anal virgin up until then.
Wow, you do very well.
Thank you.
Your
anal is motivated.
Your anal is fantastic. Your anal is fantastic.
Little did I know I was meant to do anal. I always thought it hurt and a dick would never fit in there. That's what I thought. And when I started porn, I was like, I'm never doing anal. But one day I was like, I want a dick in my ass, and then now I want two.
Yeah, because one is not enough anymore. Newcastle 24 say, what was the experience working with Mike Adriano?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I can believe.
And I don't think I would be the dirty girl I am today without Mike. Mike has taught me a lot. Mike has made me even more comfortable with myself as a performer. Mm-hmm. Mike is very knowledgeable and experienced, He is one of the best male performers around, and he just knows a lot about anal, and he knows how to take a girl that's never done anal and make her very prepared for anal. So I don't think if I didn't do my anal with Mike, I would be as much of an anal queen as I am now.
You know why? Because you work with one of the most big expert in the world and ass lover as Mike Adriano. So when you do this with the passion that he has, of course, you can only learn the way to do it at the best, because he's super pro on this. He loves this. It's his life.
Yeah,
He's
it is. He's passionate about anal.
Yeah, I know. And, I tell you something. I can understand very well, because I love anal too. I love, and so I like his job. I like the way he shoots, he films. So it's really, really incredible the way he does.
Yeah.
Okay, there is Adira. How was your first experience on set? Gianluca Zenobi.
It was awesome. I think it was for Net Video Girls, and I was nervous, but it went really well. And when the camera was on, I was comfortable. I was able to talk fluidly. I got a lot of praise after the scene. I felt like I did a great job. And I was like, well, I definitely found the right job. This is working out well so far. So
Nice. Federico Faglioni, but not only him, Robbie, Mario, they all ask, what about foot fetish? What about your piedini? Do you like foot fetish? Do you like sock feet? Do you like when they sock your feet? Do you like to play with the feet on the dick?
yes, it's funny because when I was growing up, I was very insecure about my feet. I have big feet.
Yeah. That's very nice. Show us.
I know.
Because they want to see your feet. Show us your big feet.
Okay, look, I hurt myself last night really bad.
Don't worry.
I have this giant Band-Aid on my foot, and then I hurt my other toe.
Don't worry.
But yeah, this is my giant foot. And so when people would look at
beautiful your feet.
Yeah, I didn't realize that for a long time. I thought they were so ugly. I would see people looking at my feet and I would get insecure. I would try to move my feet out of the way. And one day it just clicked. Like, guys kept complimenting me, and guys wanted me to put my feet on their dicks. And I was like, okay, guys seem to think my feet are really attractive. Like, they must be attractive. And then I just started loving my feet, and I started understanding foot fetish. And like, now I even do, like, I'll suck on my own toe in a live show. I've been fucked with. I did a girl scene where I asked her to put her foot in my vagina. I've sucked on a guy's feet. I've done like so many different foot things. I am like flexible enough to bring my foot up to my mouth.
Show me this. Oh. Ilaria Will says, do you prefer older or younger men?
Older.
Ilaria, vinco sempre io, Ilaria. Okay, there is one guy said, who was Alex Kanche? What was the best actor that you work until today? A part of Rocco, but you never work with me, so how do you know? I'm not part of this. Who is the best actor you have been working till today?
There's a few.
Okay, you can say a couple, 3, 4.
Okay, I would say probably in America, excluding you from the behind the scenes that we did, since that was not a scene and we were not working together. Probably, I would say Marcus Dupree.
I know it, Marcus, Mr. Marcus, I know it.
Mike Adriano, definitely, from everything he's taught me. And then, honestly, Chris Diamond, when he was here working in Los Angeles, he was like,
yeah, because you love his big dick. You love his big dick, of course.
Yeah, but he's a good performer,
no,
too.
I know, but I'm kidding.
But he has a huge dick. Like, some girls can't handle how big his dick is. It is the size of my forearm. I am not joking.
No, I know. I saw his dick many times. One thing. Well, I never took his dick. I'm saying I saw his dick.
Oh, okay.
So,
I look at his dick all the time.
Just to be clear, what about James Dean? Somebody asked.
I've never worked with James Dean.
So you never had the chance to work with him. I'm sure you will love him.
Not yet.
I'm sure you will love him.
I think I would, honestly. I'm praying for the day that we get
What
booked together. We had a scene together before Corona, but it got canceled.
What about Manuel Ferrara?
I've never worked with him
Okay. Okay,
either.
no. Okay, you still have.
I'm just sitting here waiting.
Okay,
When will
okay.
these?
No, Manuel, you have to really do Manuel and you have to do James. I can tell you.
I
Guarantee.
know.
Marcus,
Rocco, set it up for me.
Marcus is today the king, the new king. Is the new king. But what
Yes.
you have to do Manuel and James. Those are the men.
Let's just have a gangbang with all of these guys.
Well, gangbang with all of them together would be fantastic. You will do like 5 years of porn in one day.
Yeah, seriously.
In one day. Okay, then Saurag Metre says, what is your best scene you did until today? The best scene on your career?
Ooh, there's a few. In the last few months, I've become a really intense, strong performer, and so there's a few scenes of my career where I'm like, that was an amazing scene. Anything I've shot for Evil Angel is up there in the ranking.
I believe.
Yeah, I recently did it was a 2-guy scene. It wasn't a DP, but it was with Jason Moody and Chris Diamond. That was really intense. That was a strong scene. I did a scene with Tommy Pistol once, and the connection we had, we did so many different things.
Tommy Pistol, I never mention him because I never worked with him. I never saw his work, but he's a big actor. He's a long-time performer and a very, very high-level, high-standard actor, Tom Pistol.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm surprised I didn't mention him. Honestly, he's one of my favorites to work with, too. You know why? Is because he's just like a weirdo like me, and he's comfortable. And so, like, when you put two people like us together that have no inhibitions and just like do whatever, and like we're both kind of gross, like we'll like lick at, like he like we're just comfortable. So we had this dynamic connection where we did all these crazy things in the scene because him and I work with many men that aren't even comfortable with themselves. You can tell when you're working with them. And so it makes a huge difference. Yeah.
Chris Scudiero. And now let's go to the favorite female porn star. Who you think is really the porn star that you like? You say, in porn business, I like her.
I will say my idol since I've been in porn has been Adriana Chechik.
I know, I was sure you would say, like Martina Smeraldi. Martina, she's teenager from Italy. Her idol is Adriana Chechik, the same.
Adriana is the GOAT, she is the greatest of all time. She has set the bar so high. And
very high.
Her just like very high. And I remember like I used to watch her porn and like watch her dirty talking and stuff and be like, this girl is so good. And it's an honor.
You know what is the crazy thing with her? That she's so pretty, so beautiful, and in the mind of the natural human being, when you see rough sex, disgusting, crazy, disgusting to me means beautiful. Don't misunderstand me. When I say nasty words, it means what the people go like, and probably my English is not so good to describe this. But what I'm trying to say, beautiful, you always relate to some kind of clean sex. Like, okay, she doesn't need to do so much. She sells anyway. But no. She's not that kind of girl because I don't care I'm beautiful. I want to be nasty, dirty as much as I can. That's where she fuck every man in the world the brain completely. They all love her because she's the nastiest and the prettiest. You know what I mean? It's like this combination.
She is a Victoria's Secret model who is a complete nasty slut, you know, and it is so hard to find both. It really is. Like, you are either one or the other in the porn world, it seems.
She's the sister of Victoria's Secret, the twin the model who decides to go to the other side, say, fuck you, go to be a model, I want to be nasty slut. And what we love about her. Yeah, you're right. She's a really huge star. And sympathetic.
Yeah,
she's
like
you.
Queen.
She's like you. Very, very, we say, really humble, next door girl. Like, you meet her, she smile, fine. Yeah. No complex, no bullshit. She's incredible.
Yeah, she's so nice. She's one of the nicest girls in porn. Like, no lie. In this industry, there is tons of jealousy and disgusting feelings that come out and cause nastiness. And like, Adriana does not host any of that negativity in her body. She's just kind. She's a nice person. And that's another thing too, is like, most beautiful successful girls are not very nice when it comes down to it. And like, that's another thing that she has. Like, she will treat any of her fans like they're her friend. And like, that's what makes her so much lovely person. And I think she flies on top of the crap. Like, she doesn't even want to be around it. She just flies on top. That's like always. When you are a true big star, everybody try to put you down, and that's clear. That's clear. Jealousy, bad, any kind of job, not only porn, everywhere, fashion, music. There's haters everywhere.
So the best is fuck the haters. Fuck the haters.
Yeah.
So
they'll just keep hating.
Yes. Haters means nothing. Okay, now we have to go to some European, but which is not completely European, because Giovanni Sinatra asked, what do you think about Anna Deville?
You know, I'm not too familiar. I know who she is, but I'm not like super rehearsed in her work. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a huge opinion. I just have like a neutral, like, she looks like an amazing performer, but I don't have a strong opinion of my own.
Giovanni Sinatra said to me, Rocco, why you don't read my question? I'm so big fan of her. But show me one of your questions. Sorry, there is so many people writes. It's too difficult. Giovanni, riscrivimi la question. Okay, Marco Testa say, what is your big ambition in this job? What, you like to be the best in the world, or?
In this job, honestly, my ambition is to perform for a while, and eventually, as I'm performing, I want to become a director. I want to make my own content. So that's the goal for me, is to end up, you know, having my son as the performer and then getting behind the camera and spending time behind.
That's very nice.
And capturing the vision.
That's very nice.
Yes.
Robbie84 say, do you have an ideal size of dick?
I like them all, you know. The smaller dicks, I prefer in my asshole because they don't feel as good in my vagina.
Okay.
But I like all sizes, so
that's very nice. I can see you know exactly how to talk to a man. I like all. Gianluca Zenobi, what is the characteristic that you like in a man? Physical or attitude, mostly?
Probably attitude. I don't have like a certain type for physical. I'm attracted to all sorts of types.
Can I tell you something? If I would put numbers on your answer, I would win almost all the answer, because it seems I know your personality. I knew you would have said this. Okay, I know. Okay, Ilaria, my teeny friend, asked what your family in the end thinks about your job today after 1.5 years, I guess. 1 year, 1.5.
My family is supportive. You know, my mom occasionally looks at my Twitter page and she says like, oh, I don't like seeing all the things, but you look very beautiful in a lot of them. and I'm sure she's referring to like the throw up and the pee drinking and the crazy stuff where she's like, whoa, but my family's very proud of me. My parents have always been supportive, and like the only person that doesn't know is my grandma. And it's just she's very old fashioned. And for her, it's probably like, I think she would accept me and still love me, but it would just make her worried, and I don't want to worry her. But the rest of my family is proud of me,
Perfect.
especially with like how far I've come.
That helps so much. Did you work with
It
Did you
does.
work with Kink, BDSM?
I've done one kink scene,
And how
yes.
was it?
It was intense. But it was fun.
They always have this
Yeah.
kind of rules. Red means stop, or no?
Yeah.
Always, huh?
Yeah, that's a like classic go-to safe word in the BDSM industry. And like, I've always done stuff where I've been the dom. I really enjoy domination. I've never really submitted. And so when I did that scene, that was something new for me, was letting someone else be in control like that. You know, like when I submit, it's on my own terms during sex when I say, you dom me out, but I'm still the one in charge, right? But that one was very different because I was tied up and
Yeah.
I wasn't able to move, and I've never had
But
that really happen.
you
So
had sex during you were tied up, or just or
yeah.
beating up?
No, I had sex too, and they put me, because I'm flexible, so I went into a split with my legs, and they tied my legs in a split
Wow.
and put me on a table, and he fucked me while I was tied up with my legs open.
Wow, that's pretty new because normally the rules before, I guess Kink has new rules which they can go with it. On the rules before,
Yeah.
you cannot get fucked if you are tied up. You should to be at least free on one end to be able to say I don't want to do anymore, or
Yeah.
you can be tied up and you can be even bleeding if there is no dick out.
Wow.
That was the rules
That's
we
crazy.
had before in US. I guess something has
Huh.
changed, yeah, because that was
Yeah.
before. I remember always John tell me, Rocco, please don't put your dick out if a girl she's under BDSM, heavy BDSM, and no sex. From the second you pull your dick out, you start to fuck her. She should to have her arm free. At least, you need to be able to like push the people out to say no, I don't want anymore. That was the kind of.
Yeah.
It was long time ago, so I guess things has changed. You
Yeah,
you
I
you
guess so.
answer about another question because you said simply the same thing. You said I'm more active than passive. So basically, you are not so submissive.
No, I've always been a very strong, independent woman that loves to use her voice.
Perfect,
And
perfect. So
yeah,
do you like also girls? They say, do you like lesbo scene?
I do if the girl is nice and into it, if she's a friendly girl. If I'm working with a girl that's some like mean bitch that is like acting weird, I don't like, and she doesn't like sex, I don't like it. It's uncomfortable for me. If I'm trying to be passionate and she's being very fake for me, I'm like, okay, let's get this over with. But
It's,
if it's passion, oh, I just spit on my camera.
you can spit.
If it's
You
passionate and
you
great,
can do. You can do. The guys loves. You can spit. Do things. You mentioned before something which is very interesting for a lot of fun here. You said, or maybe I
yes.
misunderstood you when you said I drink pee.
I've drank pee before, yes.
Where did you make movies for? Because pee in America is illegal.
I self-produced this movie.
You
This
produce
is by
yourself?
Yes, well, I work with Aiden
Ah,
Riley, which
okay.
I think
I know very
yes,
well.
so
Very
he's my
nice.
cameraman.
Oh, that's
Yes,
funny.
and I have Adira Allure Productions,
Oh, wow.
and
From when?
we
From
I
when
worked
you start to this?
well, I started filming my own content about like 2 months ago or so.
Fuck, you start right
And
away on the good direction, eh? Nasty contents. That's nice. How was the scene with the P? Explain it to me because I get turned on, but I let you finish speaking. I'm like,
ooh,
what the
yeah,
fuck was that?
it was good. So this was with Chris Diamond. We did a trade,
Okay.
but it was again shot by my production.
Hmm.
Um, and we did, for one, okay, so I was a little confused, right? Because I've done a few different experiences where a guy has peed in my mouth, but I've never swallowed. And Chris all day. He just like girls do before squirting scene. He drank Pedialyte. His pee was clear. I know from firsthand from drinking my own pee when it's clear that it tastes like water. It doesn't taste like pee. And he was peeing into my mouth, and I thought that that the scene that he wanted me to swallow and I was comfortable with swallowing. So I just started swallowing, and he peed a lot. Like, he probably peed gallons in that scene too. And I'm just swallowing, like almost like drowning in the pee, and like kind of like it was so much at once. And then after, he's like, you didn't have to swallow. You could have just left it in your mouth. And I was like, I thought that's what we were doing, was swallowing. And then the scene escalated even more. He peed in my butt, and
How can he pee with his hard dick?
He has practiced a lot.
But I mean, he has hard dick and pee on the same time?
Yes.
Wow, fantastic. I can't pee with hard dick because it squeezed the canal.
I know, and his pee comes out like a fountain. Like, it looks different when it comes out when it's hard. And I think that is because it's being squeezed. And he said that he's just practiced a lot.
No, because he did a lot of scenes like this on legal porn. That's why.
Yeah.
They do a lot
so
there,
he was able to stay hard the whole time and pee. And he peed in my butt. I pissed it out. Oh, at one point, I drank so much pee, and he was fucking my throat. He hit my gag reflex, and I threw up all his pee. So it was a filthy scene. It was a nasty scene.
So that means you start your contents right away in one direction. Your direction is you like hard sex. You like things which are very nasty. That's basically your idea of contents, right?
I do. It's fun, and I want to do more.
I'm just saying, you know why I ask? Because it's normally sometimes when people start production, they always want to start in a, let's say, more balanced, like standard. Yeah, that's the word. Standard way. And
that's so boring.
It's boring, right? So boring, right? It's absolutely boring.
Once you go nasty, you never go back.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Did you shot things after this, or that's the only scene you shot until now?
Well, this was like right before the quarantine. So we went through the break, like no one's really shooting now, unless they live together. And so unfortunately I live alone, so I haven't really had a chance to shoot anything, but I've been shooting my own solo stuff at home. And I've done a variety of different things on my OnlyFans shows. I've squirted into a cup. I poured it into an enema and put it into my ass and boofed or squeezed it out.
Did you drink your own pee?
I've done that.
Please
throw up.
Please write down your OnlyFans to the fans. Please write down your OnlyFans. They wanted to apply right away to see this.
It's onlyfans.com/Adira Allure. So
that's very important, guys. Very important. Ragazzi, io lo rinnovo anche stasera. C'è una ragazza, una super amica mia, Carolina Abril, che mi chiede se gli prendete anche il suo OnlyFans, che non sta passando un bellissimo periodo. Vi ringrazio. So, OnlyFans, we have to say this. I was talking about a girl, Carolina Abril. She's Spanish. She's fantastic, baby. And since there is many talents they are not working at the moment, the only income is OnlyFans. Is that right?
Yeah, it's true.
So we need to
support
the actress. If you guys want to see them after the quarantine, better to support them.
We love your support.
Yeah, it's very important. I tell you, here people are going crazy. They say you are fantastic, you are sympathetic, you are nice, you are honest. There is one guy on the beginning, I forget to tell you, he says, how many diary did you write of the guy you have been fucking since you are putting like cross or whatever? Okay.
I would, you know what, I would put their names and then I would rate them on the list based on looks and like how good their dick was. And so they would get a number from 1 to 10 on how good they were.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. There is a big fan from Italy, from Sicily, Fabio Anastasi, which tonight is very shy. Tonight is very
Why are you
shy.
so shy?
Fabio tonight is very shy. Allora, dicevo, did you make, look, Strawberry, she's also very nice fan. Her name is Federica. She loves your story about the pissing dolphin with Chris Diamond. She loves.
Oh, good.
She loves. Many guys.
I'm glad that you liked
Many
it.
guys. I love too. I love nasty stuff. I'm a nasty boy. Don't forget. You knew me before.
Oh, I could never forget it.
But you know me. Somebody asked me here, Rocco. Can you please ask her about you, about what she thinks about you? Like, I think you know me before you or when you get import. Before we met, you told me you know me somehow.
Yeah, because I've heard of you because you are a legend. So it's hard to not know you. Especially with the intense things that you do, you know, you are one of those performers that is unique. There's no one like you. They can try to copy you, but they can't be you ever. And you have a certain power, you know. I think rare people in this world, I might be one of them, you're obviously one of them, have a sexual power where you can read someone and connect with someone. And I don't know, you Rocco, you were able to put your huge cock in my ass with no lube and no warm up, which before that I had never done.
But that's not for me. That's not me. That's you, because you wanted to have it. So that's how.
Yeah, because your power spoke to my asshole and opened it up naturally.
You're fantastic. So.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of new fans you will have tonight here. They love you. They love you. I'm reading.
I love you guys. I love all my fans. Thank you for the support.
Okay, okay, let me see. Your zodiac sign, Federico Faglioni. What's your zodiac sign?
I am a Pisces, the mother of the zodiac.
What is what? What?
Pisces.
Pisces? Che cazzo è Pisces?
Mm-hmm. So that's the fish sign,
Pesci.
you know.
Fish? You mean a fish?
The water.
Fish. Aquario.
Yeah, it's the two fish that are swimming around.
Aquario. Aquarius.
No. Pisces.
Oh, ragazzi, aiutatemi. Cos'è Pisces? Chi parla inglese? Pesci. Oh, fish.
March 16th.
But that's
yes.
fish. It's fish.
Fish, yeah.
Ilaria told me fish. Why you don't say fish? What's Pisces?
Pisces? I don't know. In America, we call it Pisces.
So Ilaria told me fish. You see?
Yeah, I have my Pisces sign on my neck.
Ilaria, she's very attentive. Very attentive. Very attentive. Ok. Perfetto. Io non ho capito un cazzo, però Fabio, è 3 volte che ti dico dimmi la domanda e tu mi dici non leggi la domanda, ma se non me la scrivi, ma ti sei rincoglionito. Ok. Ok, Latino, I have to play with us. I have a twin. Do you want to play with us? Fabrizio Amore. I wanna play. In inglese si diceva pesces per il segno di ma che cazzo dite, ragazzi? Ok. Fabio ti aspetta ancora 2 secondi because we already passed 1 hour, actually more, 1 hour 10 minutes with Adira. And you know, guys, so last question because we have just few more minutes. Francesco Guarino says, what do you think about revenge porn?
I haven't shot much or any of revenge porn, so I don't really have an opinion. I think it would be fun to do. I've done I've done a cucking scene, which is my closest thing to revenge porn, and that was fun.
That was not maybe in English I don't know to say revenge porn here. They use the line revenge porn when you want to do something bad to the person you have been fucked. For example, you have a girlfriend, you start to feel each other, and then you put that part of sex into the net so everybody can see.
Oh no, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
All.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's why I thought you misunderstood.
Yeah, I was thinking it was maybe like a theme, right?
No,
like
revenge
in
porn
the sex.
is what they use.
Yeah.
It's what they use in Italy to call when people get trapped with this.
No, that's not okay.
That's really bad.
My
That's
opinion
really
on
bad.
revenge porn is very bad. It's just,
Okay.
like, it's disgusting, honestly, and it's for me. I'm surprised that porn can be uploaded without IDs.
Okay.
You know, like that you can shoot something and put it up of someone, and they don't even have permission to do that or the person's ID, and it can just be on the internet.
Fabio A said, you say in America they say blackmail.
Oh, blackmail. Okay.
Blackmail. That's revenge porn. In
Yeah.
Italy.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, revenge.
Okay. Fabio Anastasi finally he wake up. He was sleeping, so he wake up and he says,
"Oh, he was not shy.
No, he was not sleeping. I'm saying, what do you think about the video 2 Girls 1 Cup? Is the most viewed video in the world and the last video ever. What is this? 2 Girls and 1 Cup.
You don't know that, Rocco?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I've never seen the video. I've tried a few times when I was younger, and I could never actually find it. But from my understanding, it was 2 girls had like either they pooped or someone else pooped.
Okay.
In like a cup, and I think they ate it. Now, like, Fabio, please tell me if I'm wrong, because I've never actually seen it, but I'm pretty sure
Fabio,
it's like it's the scat video.
Fabio, this is for you. It's true. It's true. Ilaria,
Did they eat the poop?
Ilaria dice che lo conosceva anche lei. Li mortacci tua, Ilaria, sei una teenager e conosci, se la verità è questa, che 2 donne si cagano nel bicchiere e se la mangiano, ma che cazzo, io che ho fatto fino a ieri? Le arrosticine in Abruzzo e non me ne sono accorto, cazzo. Fammi vedere cos'è. It's very... Oh, yes, it's this, ma ce ne sono anche di peggiori. Oh, i mortacci vostra, però siete incredibile. Oh, okay, Joy Silvera just came in. Joy Silvera just came in and said, great interview. You know Joy Silvera, right, baby?
I don't think so.
Joy Silvera is the guy I was telling you when we were in America on the set of John that you have to work with him for TS. He wants you with TS.
Oh, Joey Silvera. It was your accent that I was like, Joyce? I thought you said Joyce. Yeah, and I was like, hi, Joey. Yeah. I love Joey.
So when you guys will shoot the TS scene, please, can you include me?
Yeah, you want to be in it with me?
Three-way. We do.
Ooh, that would be fun.
We do the train station.
Yeah. Yes. Joey, are you listening? Write this down.
We will be on. We'll do train station. And Joy will do the how you call this? The chief of the train.
The conductor.
Did you see Joy? Did you see Joy and John interview? Was really funny.
I did not see it yesterday. Aiden sent me a screenshot, and because Joey was wearing the mask, I was like, "Who is that? John's pool guy?" And then he was like, "Joey."
No, it looks like the Silent of Lamb. You know Silent of Lamb?
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, Joy Silvera, Anthony Hopkins. Okay, Shetsy Fact says, please mention me to her. I'm a huge fan. This guy is Jesse Fact.
Hi, Jesse.
Jesse Fact. Okay, Joy, Adira TS top. Okay. Blue Sky say Joy, Adira with TS will be the top of the top. So Adira, last question before you leave. What do you think about coronavirus? You can say whatever. It's real. I mean, it's made it. It's natural. What do you think about this?
Personally,
Yeah.
my opinion in history is that most of these things were created by the government, and or like created by someone. I honestly think so.
I'm with you.
I
I'm
don't
with
think that
you.
this naturally just came
I
about.
haven't been with you all
So,
night, so I'm with you until the last question because I believe the same thing. I don't think at this time like this. There is people. Fabio Anastasi now he really wake up. He wants to know when you will do a bukkake. You like bukkake?
Bukkake,
Yeah.
um, I just whenever it happens, it happens. There's a lot of things that I haven't done yet that I'm just kind of like, for one, waiting to get an offer for. A lot of things I haven't even been offered, and
Can I tell you,
um,
you are the perfect girl for the bukkake because I love to jerk off on bukkake when I have a girl like you, because if I see the girl enjoying, I'm going crazy. I hate to see those bukkake scenes where the girls they look like they have the head stopped, they cannot move, they cannot express nothing. What's the point?
yeah,
What's the point?
yeah,
They do this very often in Spain. It's always forced. It's not fun because I'm sure, you will get a dick come twice and you will eat it all. I know because if you decide to do it, you will do all the way. You know why? Because I
yes,
can I can tell inside you when you do it, you want to do the best ever. You want to be like,
I
yeah, you
do.
want to be like nobody ever did this better than me. And this is not, I know, I can see it. That's the best attitude. Joy, please,
Thank
after the
you.
quarantine, the day after, you have to book, and you know which one, there is few which I advise you, and you know it. We have the same test, but with Adira. And please give me a call. I would like to see this. Live. I would
Yes.
like to have a live screen. Live. Oh, Fabio ask
We'll
again
set up
one more
my phone on
question.
Skype.
Fabio ask again one more
Yes.
question. What about cream pie?
Ah, I love cream pie. I
Cream
actually have
pie.
my tubes tied so I can just get cream pies all the time and not have to worry about putting birth control into my system.
Really?
Yeah,
You love cream pie. Listen,
I love cream pies. I have a belief that because, of procreation and the natural um, duties of your body, I think that cum makes the woman's body stronger. I feel like I see like a glow in my skin, that it actually makes me feel happier. Like I think it makes my boobs a little bit bigger if I get cream pies a lot. I think cum is good for you. You're naturally supposed to have it inside of
then
you.
I
Your
will
body
then I
was
will start to do it on myself. Listen, just one thing. Yeah, in fact, people start to say beautiful nails. You have beautiful skin, beautiful nails. We can see. You see, blah blah blah. Okay, okay. Many people ask because probably they want you in Italy. Have you ever been in Italy?
not yet.
No yet. So for the next Academy boys, guys, she's going to be there. If she's in Europe, we'll need to get her there. In my academy, we have the most pretty boys. All the Italian
Really?
nice boys come over. Most of
Oh.
them all with huge dick and they love sex.
How about we just do my first gangbang then?
There, yeah, we will do it. Listen, what you want to say to all those people, which there is a lot of people watching you for this quarantine. I told them we do this until the 3rd of May because the 4th of May it's free. Normally we finish the
Oh.
quarantine, and I promise all the Italian people that I will do every night one live until the lockdown is finished. And imagine what the 4th of May is my birthday. It's great, no? We finished the
Oh.
quarantine on my birthday. That's incredible.
That is incredible. What are you going to do for your birthday?
Well, it's going to be for sure something that I need to think about.
Yeah.
Pretty sexy, pretty sexy. I will do so many nasty stuff home with Rosa.
Ooh.
My wife, she's waiting for me for the because every night I'm
Is
with
your
the
wife
fan.
very nasty like you are?
Oh, I tell you truthfully, honestly, not at all, but she can give me what I need, what I need. Just to be honest, really honest. If we would be the same, we would kill each other, I guess. Right?
I could see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Baby, thank you very
Awesome.
much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Joy,
Thank you
minchia.
guys for watching.
Joy, minchia. You know, me and Joy, every time on the phone, when we meet, we have to talk or we send messages, we always end up by saying minchia.
What does that mean?
E cazzo. Come on, do you know some Italian word? Nasty word. Say one time to the Italian people. Mi piace il cazzo. Mi piace il cazzo. Say.
Mi piace il cazzo?
Sì, mi piace il
Like
cazzo. Mi piace
Mi
tanto
piace
tanto.
il cazzo.
Tanto. Brava. Bellissima. Ciao piccola. Adira, big kiss. Big kiss.
Mwah. Big kiss for all of you guys. I love you all. Thank you.
Ciao Joy. Minchia.
Bye.
Minchia.
Minchia.